Hello Commanders, welcome to the command table. My name is Matt and we're going to be taking on Volcanus today. So if you like what you see here, please do like, subscribe, and if you want notifications when I drop new videos, be sure to hit that notification bell. Also, if you have any questions or comments, please leave those below. Okay, let's dive right in. So this is my main profile. This is Mathramar. He is my strongest profile. It's going to run through the stats here real fast. Now, one thing to note about the thing that I've got set up presently, this is a variation of the build that Malok put up 2 weeks ago when we had Volcanus last time. I have made an alteration though. I've switched out some of the units to put in Arcane Blades, and you'll notice I've got 5 groups of them. So I've been focusing on leveling those up, and I've dropped a couple of Warhounds. And you'll see after my second attempt why I did that. So we've got nature power stones on just about everything. That's why we want all of our units to level 100 or above, so we get that third power stone slot. But we want to use Berserk on everything, and then use that third slot where you can't put Berserk to get that nature faction. So we're using Amulet of the Panther Queen on my SR15 profiles because I have enough level 100 units to be able to utilize that nature faction power stone and really make that crank. It's really nice because it gives you that stealth buff right off the beginning. So you'll notice that went smoothly. There wasn't anything terribly notable about that needs to be brought up. But I did make a change for my second attempt, and it didn't go so hot. And I'll show you here. You'll see why in just a second. So you'll notice that it clears very well, and the main change that I had is I put 6 groups of Warhounds instead. Now you'll see they all get to the boss, but watch this. He pops out right about here and gets a meteor off and is about to pound. So what's causing that is you'll see all these hounds are ping-ponging, bouncing in and out, and the Arcane Blades are causing everything to bounce in and out, where these Warhounds are getting pushed back, and that knocks the Frost Knights away from the boss and makes it to where they don't get a consistent freeze on him. So what I've decided to do instead is go back to that original build with the 4 Warhounds, and that seems to have solved the problem. So let's go ahead and skip ahead. We'll show the next one where I just went back to what I was doing before. Now, on this profile, the units are strong enough to where I really don't need those 2 Blessed Bombots. It would actually probably be better if I dropped those and just put in more push units, either another couple of Wraiths or something to that effect. But again, you got to be careful that you don't end up causing your Frost Knights to be pushed back to where they can't get a consistent freeze. So that's the only note that I got from this profile. Let's go ahead and show you my second profile, which is also at SR15. This is Matches. I decided to start with the 2 elixirs instead of just 1. The unit levels on this profile are a little bit lower, so I just wanted to make sure that I could get it. Again, we're using those Blessed Bombots in the back. I don't have as many of these units to level 100, so the Amulet of the Panther Queen isn't going to be as valuable, but it still seems to be better overall. Because I do have, I think, 1 group of, no, 2, okay, so 2 Arcane Blades that I was able to get the Nature Power Stone on, and I think 1 Wraith. So that's kind of enough to tip the scales towards the Amulet of the Panther Queen. But if most of your units are below level 100, then you may be better using the Ring of Unity instead. So here I see that I've got ample push to get all the way to the boss. The Blessed Bombots come in and just kind of help to tidy things up in the end, make sure everything's going smooth and that those Earth Elemental pops don't cause me too many problems. So anyway, there goes that one. Let's go ahead and show you what I've done differently for the next one. I dropped the Power Elixir, and that's the only change that I think I've done for this one. And I just wanted to see if I could do it with 1 elixir and save some resources. It goes well enough to where I just keep running with it from that point on. Again, gets a little bit ugly in the end with those earth elemental pops, but fortunately the clearing in this front and center section is very smooth to where those frost knights get right up to the boss. And you'll notice with all the wraiths there, they don't conflict with anything. So like I had with my first profile with all the Warhounds and all the Arcane Blades popping in and out, that would push those frost knights back. Now those frost knights aren't even moving. They're just sitting perfectly still, and they're keeping that freeze lock on the boss. Okay, so let's go ahead and move on to SR13. Okay, so this is my third profile. We're gonna let this run through all the stats so that you can see unit levels and power stones, and you can see what I've got on my artifacts as far. Oh yeah, I got my ring to level 3 and forgot to roll the second value, so we'll get that second attunement locked in. There's the other stuff that I've got going on, and since I'm much lower on artifact fragments, since this is a free-to-play account, I haven't been re-rolling much of the artifact stats just because I don't want to spend the fragments on that. It's just much better to save them to level up the artifacts themselves. I put block on the Frost Knights just because I wanted to make sure that they got to the boss and had at least one or two of them going. So here you'll see I do get all the way there, a little bit ugly on the clear, and we do get them locked in. So it kind of dicey, and this is just using immunity. So the problem that I had, and we'll just kind of back up to show this to you right at the very beginning when it starts, watch my Warhounds and some of the other units just poof, they all get sent flying. And that's, like a second and a half in the air and then a second to run back. That's, 2.5 seconds out of that immunity that they're just useless, all because of that knockback. So you can add the power elixir, and if you can get the earth elementals and the brute down before they knock everything all over the place, then you're probably fine. But it may be wiser to actually use the force resistance elixir instead. Oh, hold on. Let's show you this one first. So this is the second attempt that I made, and that knockback actually costs me the key. So a totally wasted key because I had all my units knocked back halfway down the field, and they lose all that time. So we don't actually get the kill on this attempt, and that's what prompts me on the next one to use the force resistance. So as you can see, it's not going to happen this time around. We move on to here where we add the force resistance. Okay, that's just showing you I've equipped it, and here goes. So the clear is going to be much more steady. The push is just going to roll right through. We're not going to have any of our units flying all over the place like the last one, and the Frost Knights are able to get to that boss and get him down. Now, a little bit ugly here. We do get a hit off because the Earth Elementals split in a weird way, but we are able to get it locked in here right at the very end and pull it off. So again, a little bit ugly, but that force resistance elixir does help to tidy things up and to make it a little smoother. Let's show you one more time. We didn't have enough push that last time. So what I did is I dropped one of the Blessed Bombots and I added, I think, another group of Wraiths. I think that's what I did at least. So we've put that Blessed Bombot right in the center, and you'll notice that things are clearing a lot faster. That Blessed Bombot comes in and gets enough units up to hold off the Earth Elementals. And the nice thing is that it's all tidy up front. All the ugliness happens back here. So where the Frost Knights are, they're totally fine. They're clear sailing all the way to the boss. And then these other units can kind of tidy up behind. If you're having trouble with just those two, add power, and you should hopefully be able to get the push that you need to get it locked in. Okay, so that's SR13. Let's show you the gong show of my SR10 attempts. And This will just roll through the stats real quick so you can see what I'm working with on SR10. For this one, it's just not going to happen. Spoiler alert, I do not get any kills on my SR10 profile. And that's kind of the ugly part of leveling up a clan in your star rating, is that you typically outlevel your ability as an individual player. Your clan will level out faster than you do. So you're going to hit that wall eventually unless you pay. And these last two profiles, Nubimus and Matthias, they are free to play. I have not spent a penny on either of them. And, you're going to hit that wall eventually. So if you're free to play and you hit kind of that wall somewhere around maybe SR10 or 9 or 11 or wherever you're at, don't get hung up on staying in the specific clan that you're in. That's kind of why we're doing what we're doing in the command table clans. We have multiple affiliates and our own clans with different star ratings, so that if you end up hitting that wall and you're getting sea chests every time because you can't get the boss down, then you can just switch from one clan to another and still maintain your community because everybody's still on the same Discord. You're able to stick with all your buddies. You don't have to leave anyone behind. You just relocate to a different clan within the affiliate network to get to the star rating that works better for you. So I may ultimately have to move this profile to a lower SR because I'm just not going to be able to have the gems to do this unless they bring back streams. So here on this last one, I used some Bombots just because I thought, if I can just nuke that front line, then what I have for my swarm should be able to push the rest of the way through. It was a good concept, but it didn't quite make it. Anyway, thank you for watching. Appreciate you supporting the channel. Again, please do like and subscribe, and we'll have some more content for you in the not too distant future. Thanks for watching.